Ordering and receiving parts in ProfitNet ensures accurate vendor reports, parts profitability, and is easy to use. Let's review these procedures now, starting with parts ordering. From the line screen, at the bottom you'll see several tabs labeled Detail Lines, Work Order, Order Parts, Receive Parts, and Return Parts. To order parts, click on the Order Parts tab. Here you will see a list of the parts that need to be ordered for this specific job. Next, you can automatically select a supplier by clicking on the Active Supplier button, or you can manually select your supplier using the drop-down menu. Once you have made a selection, your supplier's name and your pre-negotiated discount will appear next to the item. If you want to order multiple parts from one supplier quickly, you can just click on the Order All button. You now have the option to order parts by all OEM parts or all non-OEM parts. In this case, let's order all OEM parts. Once you have selected the parts you want to order, ProfitNet will give you some options for submitting your order. To order parts through OE Connection, simply indicate the make and model of the vehicle, and OE Connection will electronically transmit the parts request to Collision Link at your dealership of choice. This option allows for the scrubbing of parts numbers. You may also choose to submit your parts order by fax. Now, let's preview a purchase order. Your PO will have a custom header, your purchase number, your supplier, the ship to address, a vehicle description, and a VIN number. There will also be a list of part numbers and part descriptions, each matched with the RO for which it is being ordered. In this case, you have ordered 2 parts from this supplier. Once you have your PO, you can use the Parts View option in the Search Estimate screen to track these orders. As you look at this screen, you will notice that RO 298 for Jennifer Radke requires a total of 4 parts, and you have just ordered 2 of these. The screen indicates that none of these parts have been received, and that your supplier is Abraham Chrysler. The part status for each of your active ROs is listed on this screen and color-coded for easy assessment. Yellow indicates that parts have been ordered. Green means that parts have been received, and red specifies that parts have been returned. A green check mark next to an RO indicates that all parts are in, while question marks and exclamation points indicate that you need to follow up on the status of these parts. From this view, you can quickly get back to an RO by simply double-clicking on the job you want to view. Now, let's order the rest of the parts for this particular vehicle. And this time, let's choose an aftermarket supplier and order all non-OEM parts. Note, non-OEM parts are subdivided into aftermarket, remanufactured, no-type, and salvage parts. Now you can see for this RO, there are 2 POs, indicating that 2 purchase orders have been placed. Receiving parts in ProfitNet is just as simple as ordering parts. You can receive parts using the OE Connection option, which will electronically transmit purchase orders directly into ProfitNet. To do this, click on the Received Parts for Specific PO button to receive all parts on a specific PO. Check the box if receiving all parts. Let's receive all parts for this vehicle by checking the box Mark All Parts as Received. When receiving parts in ProfitNet, the system will always prompt you to enter an invoice number. This ensures that vendor reports and supplier statements match up at the end of the month. Several other options are available at this receiving window. At the bottom is a window where you can enter the location where the part will be stored. You also have the option to add freight charges as a detail line by entering the amount of the freight charge and checking the box next to it. If you have freight charges, you will be asked to designate the detail line status as approved supplement, non-approved supplement, as a normal detail line, or not to add as freight line. Now you notice that ProfitNet inserted a cost based on the discount you have with this supplier. ProfitNet also inserted a freight line as a detail line. Let's adjust the freight cost and continue verifying the invoice. At this point, if the list cost does not match the cost that appears on the invoice, you can adjust the line in ProfitNet to accurately reflect the invoice. For this demonstration, let's say that the cost listed on the invoice was $410. When you enter this amount, you can see that the cost line has turned red, indicating that you have not received your pre-negotiated discount. This feature allows you to verify that you are receiving your agreed-upon discounts and alerts you when there is a cost issue. Now let's receive the other order. Again, you are prompted for an invoice number. This time, notice that all of your lines are in green. Occasionally when you receive parts, the list price has changed. Let's adjust this list price. Now, ProfitNet is prompting you to generate an approved supplement, generate a non-approved supplement, replace the existing price, or use no supplement. Let's generate an approved supplement. ProfitNet has now adjusted the cost based on a % discount. The Option button gives you additional functions when on the Receive Parts tab screen, such as printing labels, returning parts, adding core charges, or damage parts credits. You can also toggle the critical part status or, after creating approved supplements, export them to your estimating software. Finally, let's walk through the simple process for returning parts in ProfitNet. Start by selecting the part you want to return on your Receive Parts tab. Then go to Options and click on Return Current Part. ProfitNet will display the details associated with this part order, including the supplier, your PO number, the part number, the supplier's invoice number, and the invoice date. It will also give you the option of entering a restocking fee and moving that amount to a detail line. You then have the option of selecting a reason for returning the part. You will also have the option of entering a restocking fee and whether you want to apply that cost to the detail line as an approved supplement, non-approved supplement, as a normal detail line, or not to add the restocking fee to a line at all. We will leave this blank for this example. When leaving the Parts Management screen, ProfitNet will prompt you to print a parts return document. This document will list the PO number, supplier invoice number, supplier address, returned by name, return time and date, part description and cost, and give you the option of showing the reason for the return on the parts return document. At this time, ProfitNet exports your supplements back to your estimating system. When using ProfitNet to receive, order, and return parts, there are many reports the system can generate to help you with parts management. Using the report generator, let's view a few of these useful tools, such as the Pending Parts and Credits report. You have the option to view the report by parts ordered but not received, or parts returned without credit received. The report is organized by RO and individually lists all parts not received and any outstanding credits. Next, let's look at one of the several available supplier reports. Here you can specify a date range for which you would like to view the supplier reconciliation report. For example, you can select to view a report from the first of the month through the end of the month for a specific supplier. You can choose to view posted or non-posted invoices, and then sort by RO to view everything. You can use this report to compare the information here to your monthly supplier statement. You can also view what invoices have been reconciled and posted. Finally, under Financial Reports, you can view a parts returned listing, which you can use to ensure that you receive credits for all of the returned parts. So, as you can see, parts management in ProfitNet is very easy and will help ensure profitability in your business.